Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of KS Farm Presents. Jack's with me today, my rescue kitty. He's much better. As you can see, he's got some problem with his eyes. I found this little guy in the middle of the road on the way back from work, and he was literally moments away from death. He was very, very sick. So I love this little guy, and he's gonna help me out today. Aren't you, Jack? Alright, YouTube, so in the last video I talked about some of the problems facing this older Skilsaw. I can go over those again real quick. Some of the main ones. Biggest safety problems right now are the fact that when you plug it in, it stays on, stays running, and it doesn't stop. Another major safety problem, let's see if I can get this zoomed in, is the cord. So
yeah, the cord is in really bad shape, so not safe at all, so that needs to be replaced.
The material that this is made out of. So originally I thought that this was some kind of galvanized steel because of the color and the age. Well, I don't know what they used at different times. Still pretty new to all of that, but turns out, at least from one of the other videos of a guy in the know, that this is cast aluminum. So one of the main channels that I like to watch, I'll put a post in the description below, talked about this. He had the same one, except I think he had a 77, maybe 77 mag, and he was talking about the construction of the body being cast aluminum with some kind of silica injection that caused the grain structure of the aluminum to be smaller, and therefore for the aluminum to be more rigid, but also more brittle. So he also said then that this guard, or the plate, I'm not sure what you call it, that this is steel. These parts are steel. Basically the rusty stuff steel, the non-rusty stuff on the body is cast aluminum to make it lighter. Still very heavy though. Alright, so let's, I guess we'll keep going.
I think so.
This one's interesting. It's got a carriage bolt. Lock in place in the channel. And this is also a very interesting piece. So once you get this out, this is like a rod, so that the plate can roll. Okay, so this plate is, as far as I know, it's steel. Looks like it has some kind of, maybe this is a galvanized coating. I'm really not sure. Anyone in the know can tell me about it down in the descriptions. We got a interesting, some numbers right here with, I believe, the Skilsaw logo. So this piece, well, I guess it's this piece pivots. These are reverse threads. 14. So what we want is half. There we go. Yeah, trademark diamond shape. What looks like an old blade. Almost wants to. Well, we're getting a little closer to being clean. Quite a bit of schmoo. This is gonna sound weird, but there's a certain smell that this has that just smells like old machines. Like remember when I was a kid and I was in Boy Scouts and we went to a naval ship and spent the night. It was one that was docked, you know, an old one from World War II. And when I opened this up and smelled the grease, it took me right back to that memory of when I was in Scouts and was on the ship, because the ships smelled like it. So whatever the special formula for this grease or whatever happens over the time, the differences, it's definitely got a unique smell. Smell of old time grease. So we're getting better here, not 100%. It should go pretty quick because this guard has to snap. Before it had a more distinct click, so there's definitely something going on there. So yeah, with the trigger for the staying on and having a bad cord, and then I'd say the next biggest safety concern is this guy. So this should snap instantly. Doing something. Better. Definitely getting better. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if I were to hit this back and forth, I'd be able to get this loose, because this has been, over the years, is pretty thin. There's not much to grab a hold of. It's just bending the metal. But this is a really brittle metal that it's made out of, because this is a cast aluminum, supposedly. So if I hit it, it could crack. I'll also tell you what I'm thinking, because I failed to mention it. The reason I want to get in here is I think that this is the oil piece. Like, I know, well, hold up. Okay, so this is the worm drive oil reservoir. I'm going to see how far in I can look, and then we'll look at the state of the oil in here.
Oh. Yikes.
Video I saw online. Yeah. Well, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's supposed to be the consistency of grease. I had to research that, but when I ran it, it was running okay. Either way, I'm sure it hasn't been replaced in a long time. So the repair video that I saw about this, the guy took diesel fuel as a thinner to clean out all the grease inside. And then to replace it, he replaced it with chainsaw bar oil.